Live. All messages. Oh, I already got 2 people here. Hello. I'm late. I'm running late, so I'm going straight to my spot. Oh, we'll see how many people show up tonight. It's supposed to be kind of chilly. All right, so that's 5th. So this is 6th over here. I'm not stopping at my pit stop, so I got to figure out where I'm at. We'll just people watch on the way there. We'll see. Sometimes we pass the saxophone player. Oh, by the way, can you hear me? Scooter, can you hear me? I got my mic on. Let's see. Hey, Eric. Hey, can you hear me? Testing, testing. Awesome. All right, good. I went ahead and put everything together. Now that I finally figured out my gimbal, I'm not so freaked out about walking. Oh, it's supposed to be chilly tonight. It's supposed to be 52 degrees right now. Hey, David. One of your songs came by me the other day. I'm gonna have to hit somebody up that does this AI stuff. I need an intro one of these days. Yeah. So I have my other coat with me in case it gets up. I can go now. So I don't have to rush like I normally do. I gained about 3 minutes driving. So that was. So I left late. I left after Tom did, and he leaves at 9. So I left really, really late. Did once. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, I think my intro is going to be more. Well, so I have the second channel I'm trying to create an intro for. That one, I want just pictures. And then I'm not that worried about it. It's not that big a deal. I've been doing this getting close to 2 years without an intro. It's just, you just get me right away. Hi, I'm right here in your face. Oh, it's windier than I thought, and I didn't grab a sandbag. Oh, no. Well, maybe the buildings will block the wind. Yeah, me neither. I have no idea how to. I haven't even looked at a how-to video yet. That's how worried I am about it. When I'm ready, I'll sit down, and I don't think it's that hard. A lot of people do it. All right, where am I at? I have to cross because, as you can see ahead of me, the sidewalk is closed. So I have to cross over anyway. So how's everybody doing this weekend? I had a queue set up for my drive, and it didn't get to your last video, Scooter. So I'll probably be watching that on the way home. The one with about Lisa M. Oh my gosh, that's annoying. Yeah, me too. See this? This is why I have to mute all night long. Oh, I'm not going. I went accident. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, Exit, how are you? We are in Austin, Texas, about to be on 6th Street. Oh, no. Well, if you need to dip out, that's fine. So, yeah, I go set up on 6th Street and talk with people. I'm running late, so you guys are watching me walk to my spot. But I'm curious to see how many people we're going to have out when it's this cold. Because usually the girls are a bit skimpy on the clothes, and I couldn't imagine wearing that stuff. Oh, Joe, this is Texas. I mean, it'd be nice. I'm gonna. We don't get political here or any of that stuff. We just keep it chill. Bro, finish it down. Funny, and I will explain this though. Austin is not like Texas. If you see Austin, it is like its own little country. Oh, they're wearing coats in the middle of Texas because it's mostly people from somewhere else. Hiya, Dara. I saw you in somebody's chat recently, but I was lurking. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yep. Sometimes if I'm on late enough, I get some people from Ireland, and I used to. Whatever, has DJ been around? I have not seen DJ around lately. He's from Sweden, right? I've been wondering about him. Let's see if our saxophone player... Sometimes we get a drummer on this corner. It's not actually as cold as I thought it was going to be. It might be, but I'm just used to it. Yeah, I haven't seen him either. I'm wondering about him. I might go... He has a channel, doesn't he? I might give him an email. Oh, honey, I'm here to talk to people about Scientology because they opened up across from our university a little ways away from here. And sometimes I'm in front of the org talking with the students, and then I come here on Friday and I talk to people. That people actually stop and talk to me about it. I'm just trying to educate people about their crimes and their child abuse and the child and human trafficking that they do. And they get away with it because they're a church. They look legitimate. We're just trying to get... Yeah, the sax player wasn't there. Oh, look, everybody's a little bit more covered up today. Sweatshirts even. Look at that. That's different. No, I just wait till they move because I got a wagon behind me. There's nowhere I can go. See? The Austin Crusader. Adam, thank you. Yeah, Adam named my wagon the Wagon of Justice. And I am definitely getting a sign. When I get home, I forget things. Because I know I can get something like that probably on Amazon or something. Thanks, Scooter. She put out the PSA. All right, it's getting louder. So if you're not familiar with... Hey, we're not doing politics here, guy. You can stay, but you got to stop with that. That's not what we're here for. All right. I prefer... Yeah. Even though I talk about Scientology, we don't do religion either because they're not a religion. They are a cult that abuses children because they don't think children are children. They think they're adults in small bodies because in their previous life, they could have been an 80-year-old man. So child SA or taking them out of school, putting them to work 7 days a week, 365 days a year, they don't think it's child abuse, and they get away with it because they're religious volunteers. So there's no days off, or they don't get it. They get 1 day a year if they're, and oh, look at that car. You see it? Now that's cool. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do with Scientology. We do need our politicians to listen to us and hold hearings on these people. The problem is they bullied the IRS in the 90s to give them their tax exempt status back. So that's what I'm here for. So, but if you keep doing politics, you're gonna get timed out. I think we've been patient.
I like your gimbal.
Thank you. Yeah, it took a bachelor's degree to learn how to use it.
No way.
It's hard.
It's different these days.
It's hard. I've just gotten real comfortable with it recently.
YouTube does everything for you. You just gotta watch.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's where I learned to use it. Yeah. But I had to watch it a couple times. There's all these modes and
Right.
It's weird. All right. I do have to find my where is my, hang on. I had my,
Is that DJI?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Nice.
Yeah.
Is that the newest one?
No.
No.
I got this probably a year or so ago, and I just really got comfortable with using it. I wasn't using it at all.
Yeah.
I have another gimbal that's more of a selfie stick that I was using sometimes because I have a tripod I normally put it on.
So you just come out here and use your gimbal and just live?
Yeah, and I'm here for a reason. I have a sign.
What's your sign?
Scientology is a cult. Ask me why. They opened up across from our university just under 2 years
Are you
ago.
Scientologists? Or you're against Scientology?
Most cults don't call themselves a cult.
Well, I think Catholic religion's a cult.
Well, here's what I say. Usually, where is my tripod?
Right there. That's a tripod.
No,
right?
that's the big one. I need the little one. It's in here somewhere. Hang on, y'all. It was on the top, but nah, I've got, say, 1,700 subscribers.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
And if I get 30 or 40 people, I'm happy.
Right on.
Actually, I get more people watching me walk to my car at night when I leave to keep me safe than I do during my live stream. Well, yeah, there's a little bit of that too. There it is. It fell. Alrighty. Hang on. Let's raise you guys up. All right.
So you're letting people know that Scientology's bullshit?
Yeah, the crimes, the child abuse. That's what brought me here. I drive down from Fort Hood.
Holy shit.
And I used to come 3 times a week over at the org.
How many Scientologists do you meet here on the 6th Street? None.
They're not allowed out here.
Now, let me ask you this. Now, how many people even know what Scientology is?
I get a lot of people that stop and ask me what it is.
Oh, shit.
That's my goal, is to educate people.
Yeah.
And the more people that know how screwed up it is, we're trying to get.
Ever been affected by a Scientologist ever?
No, 3 years ago I didn't know anything, and an ex-member's channel came into my feed, and I started listening to their stories. The people that escaped.
How do you feel about Jews?
We don't talk about that kind of stuff on here. We just do Scientology, because I have a lot of different people in my chat and stuff.
Right.
So we don't do politics. We don't do other religions.
Okay, right on.
So
I would do the same thing, but only talk about how Charlie Kirk got murdered by the Jews.
yeah. Well, this is the way I look at it. For me, is they're like, oh, well, all these other religions are abusive. I only have the bandwidth for one thing.
What religion do you?
I'm a Christian, but that's not what brought me here. What brought me here was the child abuse.
No, I get it. Well, there's child abuse in all aspects of life, not just.
Yeah, but I only have. Hey, Colin, how are you?
Earlier at the food truck.
No, I just got here. Hang on, guys. You're way up high. I gotta lower you.
had their hair tucked
Look
in
out.
with that glass. Oh my gosh. I was like, no, I looked.
I meant to. I have your umbrella and I forgot to put it in the wagon.
Sorry.
All right, there we go. All righty, we are almost ready. Okay. All righty. Nope, doing good. All right, let me check on the chat here. See what y'all been talking about. Yep, Joe got timed out. I figured that was gonna happen.
Next time, set up in front of Comedy Mothership.
What?
Set up in front of Comedy.
I've thought about it.
On Monday when they do Kill Tony, you'll be inundated there all day.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll follow.
Digital chaperones.
I'll be back. I'll check that.
Yeah, Jack, that's kind of where we're at here. But the difference with Scientology that I say is, like, I use the Catholic Church because there was abuse, there was child abuse. And so what I tell them is this. The thing about, like, the Catholic is you had people doing bad things, but the doctrine tries to teach you to be a good person, okay? The doctrine.
The fundamentals.
Right.
Yes.
In Scientology, the doctrine is bad. The doctrine is okay with it. The doctrine in Scientology, if you are kind, they call you a degraded being. It's a derogatory term. You're not allowed to even be kind in Scientology. Now, if you go in there as somebody that's investigating, they will love bomb the crap out of you and to get you in.
So there's I'm interested in. So my father's Muslim.
Okay.
And I was raised Catholic, but I'm Christian.
Well, that's a bit, a lot of different things.
Immediately, as soon as I was 13, I realized I don't want to be here.
Right.
My father never made me become Muslim. He never enforced it.
Well, that's good.
That was good, yes.
Yeah. Let you choose.
If I could choose a religion all over again, it'd be Buddhism.
Yeah. You know what? That's probably what I would do if I hadn't been a devout Christian.
Right. Well, don't get me wrong. I'm still a Christian.
Yeah.
But Buddhism is very interesting.
Yeah. I could have been a lot of different things.
I don't see any abuse in Buddhism, but it's just it's the individual that makes the abuse, right?
Right.
Just like a pit
well,
bull,
the problem
just like a pit bull's
well, that's the problem in Scientology. They cover it up because the highest crime in Scientology is to take a Scientologist to the authorities, and so you can essay a child and not get kicked out. But if you take that Scientologist to the authorities, you will get kicked out, and you have to disconnect from everyone in your family and your friends and your job if it's Scientology.
Jehovah is just as bad.
I know, but I only have the bandwidth to talk about Scientology.
No. I'm sorry. I can just
Yeah. I know. But I try not to get off in the weeds too much. Yeah.
Hey, I enjoy debate.
Yeah.
I enjoy the dialogue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, I bet you off camera it'd be a great conversation.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've done live streams from home where we get into a lot of different things.
Yeah.
But when I'm out here, I have to.
You're doing your thing.
Yeah.
You have a mission.
I do.
Sorry.
Read that.
Yeah. Make pedophiles afraid. Yes.
Have you ever heard of JD Delay?
Yes.
I got that. This is his merch.
Oh.
He shouted me out a month or so ago because he's all in support of what we're doing, because we have people all over the world doing this right now. It started 2 years ago, and it people like me, I was a grandma sitting at home. My grandkids moved away and I had time, and this came into my feed and I got passionate, and we all started popping up. Australia, Denmark, UK, Canada, here. And just mostly we are at the org showing how, trying to let them know they can escape. There's 2 foundations that will help them escape. And and that's what I do over there. But during the summer when classes were out, I started coming here, and it's been very successful. I'm just trying to get the word out and get the awareness out, because a lot of people don't know about it or what goes on inside.
Sure.
So that's kind of my mission.
You ever go to Scientology churches in like?
Yeah. I used to go 3 times a week because they reopened 2 years ago, right across the street from the university. I'm pretty low key. There was some people that were a lot louder than me that got the cops called on them and stuff from Scientology, but they do that when you're doing nothing wrong. In LA, the LAPD's in their pocket because they've been giving them millions of dollars. Well, they've been giving them millions of dollars, and when they work their events, they pay them triple rate. And so when this started in LA, and they called 20 times in 2 months with fake calls, and they came out every time. And there were times they arrested our people that were just standing there filming, First Amendment auditing. It wasn't a protest yet. They didn't have signs or anything. And we finally, after a year of hundreds of hours of video of them being corrupt, what they would do is they would arrest them on Friday, make them sit in jail till Monday, knowing the charges were going to get dropped because there's 5 other cameras that showed they didn't do anything wrong, just to punish them. And you know what they would do? They came right out of jail and went right back. That's how dedicated most of our people are, because we've listened to the horror stories of people who have escaped. They literally had to escape in trunks of cars. They've been run off the road. They've been drugged back from bus stations. They've been put under guard in a room when they thought they wanted to leave.
You
and
know,
we,
such as Scientology.
yeah. But the problem is they're a cult that outlived its leader. That almost never happened. The guy was an evil genius, and they bullied the IRS with 2,200 lawsuits in 1996 and got the tax exempt status back. So they look legitimate. They have a lot of money. Their buildings are pretty. So they look like a legitimate religion, and nobody wants to listen.
Wow.
That's the problem. That's what we're fighting against. Hang on, I'm trying to get my mic out. I don't even know if this is a good mic or not. Oh, it is. Good. I mean, mic's handle. All right, let me get my mic out. See what's going on in the chat. Sorry, guys, I can't see you when I'm setting up. Yeah, you got that, Yadira. You guys are great in my chat when I can't talk to people. Yeah, we don't do the politics here. We're here about Scientology. Pretty much that's it. Thanks, Eric, for answering questions. Oh, No Face. Hey, No Face is here. Hey, Professor. Hey, WIP. Enchanted. Hello. Yeah, it does a little. Hey, Chloe. Casey. I think you said I'd call you Casey. Hi, Casey. Let's see. Hey, Bert. Hello. No Face, thank you. I always wanted to be a school teacher and never worked out. Every time I was ready to go to college, I'd either have a child or Tom would go overseas, and it was really hard to go to college with kids with your husband not around. So that's my first world problems. All right. Hang on. I'm going to test. Can you hear me on this mic? Testing. Can you hear me? That's the secondary mic. Yeah. So mainly I'm not exactly protesting right here. What I do is mainly I just talk to people and educate them on what's going on. Okay, so both mics are working. Yay, these are my new ones. I got them because they're huge. All right, I got to close up my bag so nobody steals my stuff. I got my net. I got to get a motorcycle net. They're stretchy. These aren't stretchy. Have a little fun. Oh, oh, oh. Got some music going on. All right, got my net on. Got my extra mic. I'll put it down because it. All right, now there was something we were talking. Oh, my sign fell. Dang it! I didn't tape it on. Ugh. All right, let's put it right there. All righty. Let me move up just a little bit. So I've got that other Ring camera and everything. So I got my wagon in front of me so nobody can get into it. I am a little bit vulnerable behind me, but there's a wall too. So what does your sign say? All right. Oh, I forgot. I'm on a gimbal. I gotta work the buttons. Hang on. I'm not used to doing that. Scientology is a cult. Ask me why. And people stop and ask me all the time. Seinfeld is my favorite show. Oh, Adam, you're so funny. Okay, it's echoing because I've got this mic too close to me. I'll lay it down on the chair. Is that better? Am I not echoing? Okay, that should be better. Scooter! I was just singing to the music over there. I used to sing really, really good, but I've had so many tonsil infections, I can't sing anymore. And my tonsils are permanently swollen. And nobody will still take them out. I had one doctor that was ready to take them out. So, Scooter, first world problems again. So tomorrow, we're going to be the new owners of a new $350 drain auger, because this is the third winter in a row that our sewer has clogged up outside. So, yeah, there's that. Hi, Mark. How are you doing? Got a member in here. That's awesome. I still think that's fun. I would make memberships free. I don't care. They wouldn't let me do it. But it helps a little bit. Every couple of months I get a little bit towards parking and stuff. So I appreciate it. Yeah, this one is 100 feet of line, because the problem is it's out by the street. And that part that we hooked into is from the 60s, I think. Our line is only 30 years old, and there's roots. And what it is the last 2 winters, it always happened when it froze. We don't know why. And he could only rent the auger for 24 hours. And he was out there literally killing himself, having to go to work that night. And we had to pick it up in Waco, which was a 2-hour round trip. So I said, you know what? Since this keeps happening, let's just buy one. It will pay for itself in a couple of uses. And he'll have more time to really cut the roots out. And once we cut the roots out, I have video from a plumber from years ago that shows that under the street, it has collapsed enough that there's a lip that causes a backup, and they have to fix that part. But we can't go to the city until we get our roots all cut out. And he's only been able to do just enough to like unclog it, and then literally exactly a year later, it does it again. That's our Christmas present. We got an auger. That's okay. Like I said, first world problems. Getting an ideal auger. New Orleans. Is that where you're from? Hey, Suffer HS Music. Hey, Paul. Yeah. Plus, we're having issues inside too, because we need to level our house. The problem in Texas is, and this maybe is probably we are on. Oh, you're answering somebody. Okay. This is considered the live music capital of the world, because it is a whole street full of blocks and blocks of bars and live bands that play. And we have venues all over the city. And then in March, we have a music festival, which is also added on a film festival for like 3 straight days or a week or something. You can get an armband and just go in any venue and watch whoever you want. And it's all over the city. I want to come. I only live an hour and a half north. I would love to come sometime, and I never do. Sure, go ahead. No, you're fine. It's fine. Yeah, I got it IKEA because I wanted it tall. Yeah. Hey, Tom, how you doing? He called me while I was still driving. And I was literally so frustrated with these drivers, I couldn't speak. I was like, oh my God, you just don't know. 5 different people changed lanes out of a lane where there was nobody at, no reason for them to do it, in front of me, going at least 5 miles an hour slower than me, and I'm always on cruise control, and that just irks me to death. And then one guy, for absolutely no reason, I couldn't see in front of him. He had a really high cap on his truck. He braked 3 times in the left lane. We have 3 lanes coming here. I'm like, what the heck? I just wanted to see what was going on. So I get in the middle lane. There's nobody in front of him. Nobody. For like a mile. So I don't know if he was brake checking me. I hadn't done anything. I can understand if I was tailgating him or something, but I don't do that. Well, sometimes I do. Usually, though, I will flick my brights. That's the universal. I grew up with truck drivers, so I try to use all the right things. People don't realize that's what you're supposed to do. They just always tailgate. No. Okay. Be renamed maybe Tory Control. Hey, Ralph. Ralph or Roth? Hey, Ronnie. I know, I am. I have road rage. I can't help it. I just do. But I'm actually here for a reason. So if I'm a Karen, then I'm a Karen that's trying to stop child abuse. I keep trying to turn. So I talk to people about the child abuse in Scientology because they think that their children are adults in small bodies because their previous life they could have been an 80-year-old man. It's the truth. It's so bizarre. And there's Ralph, you're out of town. Right on. So I wanted to get up early today to go to the Hobby Lobby because I want to bling out this. I want to get rhinestones and put Miss Kim on here and make it all pretty, but I just haven't made it over there yet. Thanks, Scooter. You know, in between talking with people, we just people watch. I talk to a lot of people in the chat too about Scientology. Yeah, there is a half. It's Kim's half birthday. Okay. Oh, my birthday's getting pretty close. Thanks. Well, I that's why we only talk about Scientology because I don't have the bandwidth to talk about everybody that there's child abuse because it's everywhere. So 3 years ago, an ex-member's channel, he has like one of the bigger channels, came into my feed and I started listening. And then he started showing me more ex-members and their stories. I didn't watch a documentary. I didn't watch the TV show. There's a lot. Or read a book. There's a lot of ex-members who have done that. I just listened to their stories and they're horrible. Now what they're doing is because of social media and because English speakers know the deal with Scientology, they're going to non-English speaking countries and saying, hey, yeah, we can bring you to the U.S. under a religious visa and you can be a religious volunteer and bring you to the great USA. They get here and they take their passports and they don't let them out. They don't let them go outside. So it's human trafficking. So we're just trying to get, oh, look at the puppy. We're just trying to get the word out to people. We're trying to educate because there's a lot of us doing this. And Austin is the state capital. I'm only a couple blocks from the Capitol building. So I'm hoping that maybe some senator's daughter or nephew or somebody walks by me and says, hey, maybe you should look into this. If we could just get a handful of senators to pay attention. So and we're starting at city level in LA. They are making inroads there that have never been able to be done before. See, Scientology's been around since 1950, and they look legitimate because they have $1 billion in the bank and nice buildings. What you don't see is the slave labor force that is taken out of school at 12 years old, put to work 7 days a week, 110 hours a week, 365 days a year, and they get away with it because they're religious volunteers. Yeah, they would. They would. I'm going to go to the Capitol building. I need to go and scope it out, figure out where to park, where I can set up that's legal. Or I'm going to go, now that I'm getting better with the gimbal, I might just go in with my gimbal and just have a printout of some websites they can check and just go in and talk to, I know I won't probably get to talk to a senator, but I'll at least get their aides and I'll pass over the information. So I'm going to do that after the holidays. They're probably all out on I got to get some water, y'all. So I had to come straight here from my car, but I stopped about halfway because I had to get gas. I wouldn't have made it. Oh, my knees hurt. Ugh. Oh, he left my chair just out in the middle of the road. I don't want to echo, so I'm not talking. Okay, now I can talk. Yeah, you hear the echo when I have, because I have a mic on my shirt, and then if I have the hand mic this too close to me, that's why you're hearing the echo. So I'm trying to keep it on the chair. So I'll show you what my setup looks like. Hang on a minute. I'm going to move the camera. Look away if you get motion sickness. I'll show you what my setup looks like now. Minus my, so I got, oh, you can't see it. Hang on. So we've got the wagon of, there's a sign, the wagon of justice. I guess it's all the lower it goes. My sign for JD Delay, I told him I can't, okay, there's drawbacks to having the gimbal on the, so that says Scientology protects pedos, wood chipper, and then I got me my bar stool from IKEA, which is amazing. I got to get, it's hard as a rock though. I got to get, okay, I'm moving again. Oops, forgot to tell you. I get sick when people move cameras too fast. I know how it feels. Alrighty. So, oh, you guys didn't really see my new hat. So this is JD Delay merch. It's probably backwards. It says, make pedophiles afraid again. And Tom got the ugly Christmas sweater of the wood chipper, an angry wood chipper. Because JD Delay is always talking about pedos deserve to be in wood chippers. So I wore my hat with my SBTV shirt. A baby high chair. It does look like that a little bit. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's not as many people on the street as like when it's warmer. I can tell, but hey, Casey. Hey, Roland. Yep, we're doing all right. I might have to put on my other coat here in a second. So I do have my mic higher than usual on my shirt because I didn't want my purse to knock it off. Ooh, it's getting windy. Oh, I hope my sign doesn't fall over. I have sandbags, but I forgot to check the wind speed before I got out. It is like, I don't know, J-Roar, I don't know. But yeah, this is the live music capital of the world because they have all these bars with live bands. I will tell you, I was here in August one year, about 20 years ago, when there wasn't cars on the street. They just unblocked that recently, and I don't know why. It's stupid. It's going to take some inebriated person to get run over and before they block it up again. Oh, thanks, Casey. I appreciate it. Definitely. If my other ones don't, I get too busy in the chat. Hey, Fraudy. Some people I made mods early on when I didn't have memberships yet. Just people that they didn't have to mod. It was just in place of people that have been with me for a long time. I probably didn't get everybody. I have a terrible memory. I have fibromyalgia, and it affects your short-term memory. So I literally do completely forget things. And when I completely forget, I mean it's gone. And then it'll pop into my brain sometimes at like 3 a.m. at work, and then it goes away again. Yeah, I know. I'm doing pretty good tonight. The Scooter's not feeling good, so you can take it easy, Scooter. She's been with me every Friday night this summer. And being vertical, the trolls can get really annoying. Oh, the good music. Hey buddy, you know what? To take your time to click into my live and say something stupid, your life must be sad. That's all we ever think about when somebody does that. When somebody takes the time to troll somebody they don't know, because I know I go through shorts too, and you have to click into the live in order to chat, and all we picture is some 40-year-old man in his mom's basement on the computer with no live, waiting on his mom to bring him his Hot Pockets from the microwave. So, do you have any questions? Sure. What you need? Say that again?
I'm just curious about what's going on.
Yeah. About 2 years ago, they started protesting at one of their biggest bases in LA, and it just kind of caught on. I started doing it about when they reopened across from the university.
Yeah, I actually went there once.
Yeah.
I went there once. Like, me and my friend were walking around, and we were curious, and we went in and did their little.
You didn't give me your real information, did you?
Probably.
Are you getting a lot of stuff in the mail?
Actually, I didn't.
Okay, good.
I remember.
That's the only thing I tell people. If you want to go in there, do not give, because they will hound you in the mail and on the phone.
It was weird. We did their test. And
yeah, and they say, "Oh, there's something wrong. You need to buy this book or take this course."
It was really weird. This chick, she sat me down and kept telling me basically like a psychic, trying to tell me.
Can you guys hear him?
I'm wrong or something's wrong about me, like you're saying.
Yeah.
Tell me it was really weird.
Yeah.
And then when we left, there was a homeless guy sitting on the bench outside that was like, I was walking around that place is really good, man. What
they call it safe pointing. They will safe point some of the homeless. Yeah. They've actually paid them to come attack us. Because we've a bunch of us, about 50 of us, have jumped up all over the world. Australia, because they're everywhere. They're way smaller than they tell their members they are. What brought us out was we listened to 3 years ago. I knew nothing. And an ex-member's channel came into my feed on YouTube, and I started listening, and I binge watched a year of his recorded videos and learned about it and became very passionate about it. And then February before last, they reopened here, and I was just coming down for the protest for the reopening because they purposely bought that building 56 years ago across from the college. And here I am almost 2 years later, I'm still coming. So I started coming out here this summer because classes were out. And I work nights anyway, so I'm a night owl. And it's been really good talking with people like you. And what brought me and made me passionate was the child abuse. Because they believe they've lived multiple lives, they look at their kids as adults in small bodies. So taking them out of school and putting them to work 365 days a year, 110 hours a week, is not child abuse to them. And they get away with it because, so they have 3 levels of members, okay? You have the public, like Tom Cruise is a member, John Travolta. They're the ones that give all the money and take the courses. They're told that if they take, hold on, I'm just checking my mics real quick. Are you hearing an echo from me? Or do I have the mic far enough away? They're new mics. So I have a spiel. Where did I get? 3 levels. Okay. And we used to think maybe Tom Cruise and them didn't know what was going on at the bottom. They do, because Tom Cruise and the second leader, they're about the same age, about the same height,
Yeah, you'd have to imagine.
and they're best friends. They motorcycle ride together. Tom Cruise will never leave because he's treated like royalty in Scientology. And that's why all three of his wives, the first wife that got him into Scientology has since left Scientology, and the other two have escaped. Katie Holmes literally had to escape because all of their household staff, her assistant, her drivers were all Scientologists. Her phone was bugged. She had to get a burner phone. She had to get her dad to get her an apartment. He was a divorce attorney, which was trippy. So that's why. Have you ever heard of a celebrity divorced in 6 weeks? She got her divorce in 6 weeks because she had it all. And see, Siri Cruz was about 6 years old. That's about when they start getting them into Scientology. So anyway, that's where they get all their money. They have a couple billionaires that have given like they have $1 billion in the bank. But money never comes down. That's why they were trying to sell you. If they don't make enough money, they don't get their $50 a week. They're the slave labor. So you have staff, then you have Sea Org. Sea Org is like a paramilitary wing. They even have a ship, and they used to wear Navy uniforms because the first leader was in World War II in the Navy and was a crappy sailor, a crappy person. And so he made this fake Navy and called himself Commodore and all that. But he would tie them by the ankles if they messed up and throw them in the water upside down. And you got to understand, in port, that's where they let out the bilges in their toilets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So the slave labor is what I'm really here for. They sign a contract to work for them until they die. You can get married, but they might send your spouse away for 5 years to another country. And if you get pregnant, they bus you to the clinic because it will take you away from your duties. So they force you to go take care of it. And they work 110 hours a week. They're supposed to get $47 after taxes a week. But if the org doesn't make money, they don't get paid. They don't get fed. They get beans and rice. Because money never comes down. Dallas, they have to leave all their lights off because they can't pay the electric bill. In New York, they have an elevator they're not allowed to use because they can't afford the electric bill. Because no money ever comes down. So if they don't sell enough books or courses, now they think they are saving the world. They have been, what you see now is second and third generation. They're not really getting new members.
How do you think these people are
So when I say second and third gen, it means their parents or grandparents got in long before social media. So it was started in 1950 by L. Ron Hubbard, who was a science fiction writer. And he told his agent that let me turn this around a little bit. Do you mind being on camera? All right. Hang on. Okay, that way. Hi. So, because I ignore the chat, at least they can see us while I'm chatting. So he's told his agent that he wasn't making any money on his books. He needed to start a religion. And so the first book I read last year on my channel, okay, it was called Another Science of Mental Health. Now think about what mental health was like in the 50s, 60s, 70s, even 80s. You either had to have a lot of money for a good therapist or you went to an asylum, which was horrible. So they prey on people's needs. It's not about being duped. It's not about being dumb or unintelligent. They get doctors and lawyers in. It's about finding somebody's need and using that and saying, oh, well, we can help you.
That's exactly what they're trying to do.
Right.
Exactly. So I love it. It was like, she said something, I'm like, no, that's not, I'm not like that at all. And she was like, well, I can really tell. And she would just jump on stuff, and eventually I was like, I gotta go.
Yeah. Because they're under so much pressure. And see, when we were reading the book, we realized so they go, the people pay for auditing with money, okay? It's a cross between trauma therapy and interrogation. And so they keep them there's some hypnotism involved. He studied that. He studied black magic too. I have a short video on my channel about that. Have you ever heard of Aleister Crowley? He was a Satanist in the late 1800s up to about the 40s. He was considered the most, what's the word? I can't think of the word, horrible person in the world. Okay? Well, his protege in LA, Jack Parsons, was friends with L. Ron Hubbard. before he started the church. He lived in his house and he studied black magic with him and learned to control people. It's about control and coercion. So they get him in, they love bomb him, and then once they're in, now when you realize it's BS, if you ever get a chance to, you're not allowed to question anything. You're not allowed internet. You're not allowed TV. You're not allowed to look up anything. They will tell you that you will get pneumonia and die if you hear any of the upper confidential levels online. And so they don't find out about the fact that they're from another galaxy and there's aliens and all this other stuff till they get to level 3, and you have to pay like $300,000. And a lot of people get there and they're like, this is BS. But now their whole family's in, all their friends are in, they have a job with a Scientologist, and now they want out, but they can't leave. Right. So they get them in. So, and then what you have is, like I said, second and third generation, they've been indoctrinated since they were kids. They think they're saving the planet too, one person at a time. They may not know about the confidential levels, but they tell them enough about, you know, what's about, so they believe they live multiple lives because there are these, they call them thetans. We would call it a soul or a spirit. They call it a thetan. And when your body dies, then you go into a new baby body. And your memory is white, so you can't remember. So a lot of their therapy is memory regression, trying to remember their past lives.
Do you know what they think about, you know, how our population is increasing?
I can't hear you that well.
No, I'm sorry. Do you know what they think about, like, the population increasing? Then, right? I mean,
well, they believe that there's Satan. So let me tell you the story of why they, what they are, what they learned. Have you seen the South Park episode about Xenu and John? That's all true.
Right?
That's level 3, and that they don't find out about that. So L. Ron Hubbard said 73 trillion years ago in another galaxy they were overcrowded, and this overlord Xenu took all of these people and put their bodies, froze their bodies, brought them on spaceships to here, dropped them in volcanoes, and they died, and their thetans were roaming the earth before humans. When humans started to populate, they started taking over the bodies. So there's unlimited thetans. Yeah. So, you know, and you know, when they die and they take over a new baby body and all that. Well, they don't find out about that, like I said, till level 3. So if you go in there and talk to the staff or the Sea Org members and say, well, what about Xenu? They don't know. And they're not allowed to ask. So then what the public's told is when they get to level 8, the top, that they'll be a powerful being that control matter, energy, space, and time with their mind. But when they realize they can't, they don't tell anybody. They're not allowed to talk about it. And they think they're the only one, that everyone else can do it, but they can't. Yet it's everybody. But it's the control and coercion, and you can't talk about it, keeps them from talking to each other, going, you can't either. Oh my God, it's bullshit. You know, they think it's just them. And so they get on there and say, oh, I made all the lights turn green today on my way to work. It's a win. You know, stuff like that. So it's the only cult that I know of that outlasted its leader. He was an evil genius. This guy, and the guy that took over pulled a coup. He wasn't supposed to take over. And he's worse. Well, they're both just as bad. He's just mean and nasty and just...
no, not really.
Yeah.
I was just enjoying.
That's fine. So, like I said, so back to your original, you know, who's in there. You're looking at kids who are indoctrinated, aren't allowed to look on the internet, that are told everyone out here are evil. That, like, I have a different sign for them. There's 2 foundations that will help them escape, get them an apartment, a job, a GED, because they've been taken out of school most likely. And, I mean, how many religions do you know that have 2 foundations to help them escape? So,
How many religions what?
have 2 foundations to help them escape.
The Catholic religion.
They have foundations that help them escape the religion. That help them escape.
That help them escape.
And no, they have to escape in like trunks of cars.
The Church has the Vatican. Catholic priest that can.
But if you want to leave, if you don't want to be a Catholic anymore, you can just stop going, right?
What?
For the most part, if you're a member of the Catholic religion and you don't want to go anymore, you just stop going, right?
Yeah.
For the most part.
You
In Scientology, no. Even the public, I know, but what I tell people is, I get that. Oh, sorry, guys. I get that, but I only have the bandwidth for one thing, to work for one thing, and I can't attack every wrong in the world. So Scientology is what caught my attention. No, I'm not. I haven't turned on ad revenue. Just because there's people in my chat that don't have the premium, and yes, the child abuse. I want to save the children. I want to get
the Catholic Church. You know, they extradite priests that commit pedophilia to the Vatican.
Scientology does the same thing.
Extradite pedophiles to Israel.
I'm not doing this.
Well,
I can only have the bandwidth for Scientology. If you want to go protest the Catholic Church, go for it. Okay? I don't have time to debate every religion that does bad things. Okay? My passion is Scientology. That's what I've been doing for 3 years. That's the channels that I watch. I don't have the time or mental capacity to work against everybody that abuses children. But they're legitimate. But they human traffic under the guise of religious volunteers. And they have a slave labor force that has to work for them until they die. And if they want to leave, I'm going to check the chat, you guys.
I don't really talk about Scientology.
Thanks, Eric.
I was just trying to help you out.
Oh, it's like a duel. Who gets to it first, Eric? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not going to debate every.
They'll put you on Scientology. Will put you on a mailing list.
That's what I told them.
When I talk to the Scientology,
never give them your real information.
I talked to the Scientology Church in Los Angeles.
Oh wow! This is where this all started.
I was there with my girlfriend at the time, and I told them straight up, like, I don't have any money. You know what I mean? I don't have any money.
So then they want to sign you up. Yeah.
They give a shit about me.
Well, either that or they'll try to get you in their slave labor force.
They didn't give a shit about me.
Yeah. They don't help the homeless.
Her mom was like a Wall Street banker and shit, and there was like, so now she's still on their mailing list like 10 years later.
Yep. The personality test, yeah.
I'm not trying to like, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like stop on your shit.
Yeah. I just don't have the mental capacity to work for, there's so much abuse in the world. I know there is, but this is my thing. All right.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I'm sorry, I turned it. Sorry. Or maybe we moved. I'm not sure. Is it midnight? Wow. All right. But yeah. So I can't get in the weeds like that. I just don't have the bandwidth for it. I know there's abuse everywhere. Yeah. I mean, well, think about it. It took people, going against the Catholic Church, raising hell for decades, for them to finally listen and do something about it. And that's kind of where we are. They looked legitimate for way too long. They put money in politicians' pockets. So we're Pam Bondi, when she was going for AG of Florida, because their biggest base is in Clearwater, Florida. They've literally bought 200 buildings, either them or members, in downtown Clearwater, and they're all empty just to keep people riffraff away from their base. And if you walk down there, it looks like North Korea. They put fake storefronts in front, and there's nobody in there. There's nothing in there, and it's dead. So now all of their tourism is on the beach and stuff, and downtown is dead. We have a big, so the guy that I started listening to lives there still. And there's a whole group that goes out every Friday in Clearwater and they get pizza, and people honk. The problem with Texas is we're so far from everything There's only a few. There's like 2 or 3 or maybe 4 of us down here, and we don't have a lot of people because it's just difficult to get people down here. I just went to Clearwater a couple weeks ago for a memorial. So they hate psychiatry. You're not allowed to get any psychiatric help. That's why the first book was Another Science of Mental Health. And if you're on psych drugs, you can't be a Scientologist. They even have a museum in LA called the Museum of Death Psychiatry. Yeah, lobotomies and all. Yeah, that was the thing at one time. But the reason the leader hated psychiatry is when he was a vet after World War II, he was writing letters to the VA begging for help with his mental issues, and they didn't help him, so it made him angry. And that's the only reason they hate psychiatry. Well, this girl was having a psychotic break 30 years ago, and she literally took all her clothes off in the middle of the street. They put her in a mental hospital, probably getting the help she needed, and Scientology went in and took her out, put her in a room for 17 days, and she died of starvation and dehydration. They just left her in there. And they did it again 2 years ago. And both times their doctor, their Scientology doctor and Scientology is under a wrongful death lawsuit. And the first time the guy lost his license for a whole year or 2. And what he does is he tells them they have Lyme disease. Well, this last lady, she was in a lot of pain. Her head was hurting her. Ended up, the coroner found an ovarian cyst that could have been removed and she'd have been fine. And she ended up lighting herself on fire. When that didn't work, she found a gun. Somehow she found a gun and they're watching her. So they've got all the text messages from her phone, and the parents who aren't Scientologists are suing them for wrongful death. So there's all kinds of weird stuff that goes on in there because they're very insulated. And you don't realize how insulated, because you'll see them out and about. They have volunteer ministers that go to like floods and stuff. You know what they do? This is how crappy they are. They will go get water from the Salvation Army and go give it out like they are giving it out. They don't even take their own stuff. It's ridiculous. I could go for hours. There's so much. So what I would tell you is this. There's about 50 or 60 of us between TikTok and YouTube. And there's some younger people that are doing it. Go find one of them and really watch what we're doing and talk. And you'll maybe get, growing up in Scientology is a good place to start because he talks about other people. And what I like about him is he gives out a lot of information. He doesn't just talk shit all the time. He talks about, he gets other people on and interviews them about their stories and what they went through. And that's where I learned everything. It's from the members.
Well, that's cool. I really support what you're doing out here.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you listening. This is why I'm here, is to talk to people like you and educate. The more people that know, the less people they'll get, and maybe we'll get more, interest from the authorities or the government or somebody, because we can't go after them through the IRS because they lost their tax exempt status because one, the original leader was misappropriating the funds to himself, and in 1978. They infiltrated the government, like a couple thousand Scientologists. This guy was really freaked out about paranoid, about the CIA and stuff. So they infiltrated all these government agencies, including the FBI, in order to take out any information, derogatory information about the church and replace it with other paperwork. They got caught. 11 of them went to prison. The leader didn't. He was what they call an unindicted co-conspirator. And I think they didn't have enough on him. So after he died in the 80s, in the 90s, he sued, David Miscavige, the current leader, sued the IRS and individual agents over 2,200 times. And just to get it to stop, they gave them their tax exempt status with extra protections. So the only way we can get them is through the DOJ on criminal charges. And we could totally get them on human trafficking. Now what they're doing is they're going to non-English speaking countries and saying, hey, we can make you religious volunteer. Come on, the USA. And they're like, yeah, the USA. They get here, they take their passport and don't let them go outside and keep them locked up. And they're afraid because they can't speak English and they don't have their passport and they feel like they're stuck. Yeah, and the authorities, we just got to get them to listen. Alrighty. Well, thank you. Thank you for listening. All right. Awesome. All right. Okay, so tell me how that went with the other mic. Could you hear him? Hey, Vinny. Yeah. See, they opened 2 years ago. They reopened right across from our university here in Austin, trying to get their claws on our young people. And that's what made me start coming down for their grand opening. I didn't know I would be here almost 2 years later, but I am. He put my water on the ground. Oh my God. He does not know what a germaphobe I am. This thing fell on the ground at my truck, and I had to get out my sanitizing wipes and wipe it all off. I just hate her. Okay. The hand mic. Okay. I was trying not to stick it in his face. He was too far away. I got him to move closer once because I couldn't hear him over the music. But sometimes these people don't want to get too close to me, and I get it. Thank you, Vinny. I appreciate that. It's amazing the people that stop and talk to me when they're having a good time, you know, partying and hanging out. But I do. I get quite a few people, and that because we're in Austin, which is the state capital, and the capital's not very far away. I'm hoping word will get over there that. And the problem is they look so. I don't know what that means. Hey Colton, how are you? Yo, what's up? What's up? Nobody wants to watch me. Nope. Make pedophiles afraid again. JD Delay. That's kind of what brings me here, is the rampant child abuse in Scientology. Because you can essay a child in Scientology and not get in trouble. But if you take that Scientologist to the authorities, you get kicked out and excommunicated, and you can't talk to your family or friends ever again. It's called disconnection. And mostly, if you're public, you might have a job with Scientology, and then you lose your job too. Hey Bear, what's up? Hi.
Like our president?
Just anybody. Have you ever heard of JD Delay? JD Delay on YouTube. This is his merch, and he's an ex-con, but he's all about getting rid of the pedos, and that's a sign for him. He says all pedos should be in the wood chipper, so he kind of supports our cause, because in Scientology, the child abuse is very rampant, because they think their kids are adults in small bodies, because their last life, they could have been an 80-year-old man. And in Scientology, if you essay a child, it's not a crime. But if you take that Scientologist to the authorities, you get kicked out. So it's covered up.
So you're really into scientific research?
No. Scientology is a fake religion. It's a cult. If you've never heard of it, that's why I'm here. They opened up across from the university. The guy started it in 1950, and they're all over the world. And they're trafficking children. They're trafficking non-English speaking people. And there's rampant abuse.
So do we support Trump?
We don't do politics on this channel. We never talk politics, because I have so many different people in my chat.
Politics and...
Yeah. Okay. The only time I talk about politics is we're trying to get the government to pay attention and hold hearings on them. So yeah, because I have all walks of life in my chat. That's why we don't. And funny enough, we don't talk religion, because they're not really a religion. They don't have a god or a deity. The only reason they call themselves a church is for the tax exempt status. Inside, they don't even call it a church; they call it an org. They just do that for looks. And the guy that started it was a science fiction writer.
I've never seen this before.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. A lot of people. 3 years ago, I didn't know anything, and an ex-member's channel came into my YouTube feed, and I started listening. And then 2 years ago, they opened up. Yeah, you want to be on? You mind being on camera? Say hi. Hi.
That's insane.
YouTube.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I will do research.
So Scientology reopened across from the university about 2 years ago, trying to get young people in. And in LA, their second biggest base, they started, the TikTokers started doing First Amendment auditing, which has now turned into a protest. And they were able to close their doors for 10 months just standing outside. Yeah, there's a lot of TikTokers doing this. You can find somebody, Miss Kim. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
It'll be a Texas symbol. But if you want to find somebody like your age that's talking about it, you can. There's a bunch. If you look up Scientology,
We go to sex trafficking trials. We go to places.
they sex traffic. If there's an SA, they will move somebody out of state to get them away, and that's considered sex trafficking when you move them. And there was one woman who I think there's a lawsuit right now. She was 16 and SA'd by an older man. She got pregnant from it. Her mom was in what we call the slave labor Sea Org. Okay, her mom and the church made her marry him, and so there's minor marriages all the time.
Okay, yeah, I'll look into it.
Yeah, definitely.
Miss Kim, is it MISS or MRS?
MISS, Kim.
Okay.
And then if you can't, and growing up in Scientology is a really good channel for information. He has a lot of he talks about all the trials going on and lawsuits and things.
Okay, so you're on YouTube?
Yes.
And Facebook?
No,
No, just YouTube?
just YouTube right now. I'm going to try to do TikTok eventually, but I haven't gotten that good yet. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah. You have a good weekend. Alrighty. Yeah, me too, Miss Dinkus. Pretty good. Yeah, I've had a few people stop and talk.
So good at talking. I ran into that.
Yeah. I don't have a problem talking to people, that's for sure. Yeah, Miss Dinkus. I'll be honest though. I'll tell you this. They are not getting a lot of new members because of social media. Social media is the bane of their existence. That's why we're doing this. Hi. Sure.
What would you define as a cult?
Very easy. Religion, when you don't want to go anymore, you can leave, but a cult won't let you leave, and they will not let them leave. They sign a billion-year contract, and they've had people escape in trunks of cars. They've had people drugged back from bus stations. They've had people put under guard because they thought they might leave. They physically restrain them.
Okay, so besides Scientology, what would you consider like the mainstream cults?
Okay, well, they're pretty mainstream because they got tax exempt status, and people they look legitimate because they bullied the IRS to get their tax exempt status back when they lost it the first time. I'll be honest, my whole bandwidth is Scientology. I don't really worry about what's going on with other organizations.
What causes you to have a hard-on for Scientology?
My passion. 3 years ago, I knew nothing. And this ex-member's channel who'd spent his whole life was taken out of school at age 12. They work 365 days a year, 110 hours a week. And they don't think that's child abuse because they look at their kids as adults in small bodies because their last life, they could have been an 80-year-old man. So the child abuse is what brought me here.
So Scientology is they believe in reincarnation?
Kind of. Not in the way we do. What it is, and some of the lower members don't even know this, you have to pay the upper levels to get there.
Okay.
Have you seen the South Park episode about Scientology and John Travolta and Xenu?
I don't watch South Park.
Well, it's on YouTube. You can see it on YouTube, the clip.
Okay.
Watch it. So when you get to the third level, the confidence levels, and spent like $100,000, $200,000 to get there, you find out that Scientologists are from another galaxy. It was overcrowded, and Lord Xenu froze all these people, brought them to this planet, dropped them in volcanoes, and killed them. And
Are they human or are they like aliens?
They're, who knows? I think humanoid, because of the guy that started this religion was a science fiction writer. Go figure. So they told me to keep this away from me because I got this one. I'll echo. And then when humans, this was before humans, so their thetans were floating around what we would call a spirit or a soul, okay? So when humans started populating, they started taking over the bodies. And when they think when they die, their thetan goes to a new baby body and starts over. And that in the meantime, because this is a prison planet, they go to somewhere and their memory gets wiped.
I believed in the prison planet theory, actually. Like that, essentially, the moon is like there's like an energy web around the world that people are like forcibly reincarnated here. So
wow, that's kind of what they think. Yeah, they think they go to the moon and what they call target to. I don't remember that part. And they get their memory wiped. And so anyway, they look at their kids as, well, you could have been an 80-year-old man your last life. Yeah. Okay, so they don't think putting them to work or taking them out of school or even child SA is a problem. That's what brought me, is because in Scientology, it's a high crime to take a Scientologist to the authorities. So if a Scientologist SAs a child, they don't get in trouble. But if you go to the authorities, you get kicked out and excommunicated, and you can't talk to your family or friends ever again.
Okay.
So
how is that different from like other religions that are like hardcore like that? You know?
Well, this is what I'm going to say, because I only have the bandwidth for one thing. This is my passion. This is what I've studied. This is what I know about.
Okay.
And so I can't go into the weeds with other religions. The only thing I can say is this: I use the Catholic Church. Okay. They had people doing bad things, but their doctrine is generally good. They're trying to teach you to be a good person, follow Jesus. In Scientology, the doctrine is bad. There is nothing good in the doctrine. If you are kind in Scientology, they call you a degraded being. You're not even allowed to be kind. So
outsiders or just
no, so another Scientologist, and no. Now, if you're public like John Travolta or Tom Cruise, and you're paying a bunch of money, oh yeah, you're going to be nice to him and kind to him, and blow smoke up his butt. He's treated like royalty. But if you're working and you're kind to another Scientologist, they will call you a degraded being, and you need to check yourself. So there's rampant abuse. So the slave labor force is really what I'm here for. The Sea Org. So when they will take them out of school at 12, 13, 14 years old, join the Sea Org. Now, the guy that started this religion, he died, and his second guy took over. This is the only cult that I know of that outlived its leader. Most of the time, they implode when the leader implodes, This one didn't. He was an evil genius and set it up in a way that it ran without him. He was kind of hands-off. Where normally a cult, the leader's right there controlling everybody, right?
So my question is, what's your solution to like dismantling?
Well, my dream is we want the government to hold hearings on Scientology and what's going on inside. But we're really starting at the bottom. We're really at city council meetings. Their biggest bases is LA, Hollywood, and Clearwater, Florida. And they've made some real dents in LA because they've been giving millions to the LAPD to their stuff for years.
LA,
and when we started this started in LA, and they were arresting our people on bogus shit for doing Scientology's bidding until they realized that they weren't going. They would arrest them on Friday, make them sit in jail, knowing that they were going to get let off, that no charges on Monday, just to punish them. And they would get out and go right back. They had a lot of young people on TikTok doing it. And then when they reopened across from our university here, February before last, I started coming down from Fort Hood. I don't live in Austin. Thinking that just coming for the grand opening, let them know they're not welcome. But here I am 2 years later, still coming. And then more people like me have popped up all over the world. We have like 50 or 60 protest channels. We may have more. Australia, Denmark, UK, Canada, so really right now we're trying to educate. We have people going to the commissioners meeting so much that now the LAPD can no longer work their events and they have to hire private security because they were paying them triple rate. That's how they got them in their pocket, and they were giving millions to their stuff. But they had a sheriff, LA County sheriff, go to prison, who was buddy with Scientology. Yeah. And so, but they were able, doing what I'm doing, to shut their doors in their biggest body routing on Hollywood Boulevard for about 10 months. And they had to install an automatic door closer and an automatic opaque for the windows. So when I show up over here, they close the door and close all the blinds. Well, they've got the person that started this, he's actually a cop watcher, Streets LA. He started this more than 2 years ago. And so he'll just show up out of the blue and they close everything up. And they do that with me too.
Well, hey, if there's any, pedo abuse, and you're working to disrupt that, hey, I salute you.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
Right on.
Thank you.
I got to report you.
Thank you. You're my co-host tonight? Hey, Johnny Depp. Awesome. Let me put my mic down. How did that? I tried to keep it farther away from me. I hope it worked good. So I'm just out here talking with people about the Scientology org that opened up across from the university here, and just having conversations, talking with you in the chat. We're on 6th Street in Austin, Texas. It's considered the live music capital of the world because it's all bars full of live bands playing. So when people say, no, Nashville's the music capital, no, it's the live music capital of the world. I used to say it wrong. I'm glad my sign hasn't fallen down yet. It got a little windy earlier. So I just talk to people, and a lot of times it's people like me. 3 years ago, I knew nothing about Scientology. And the more I learned from ex-members on YouTube, and there's some of them on TikTok, I didn't watch a documentary or the TV show, which there are on Netflix and stuff about Scientology. Yes, Dan. Yep. I believe Austin City Limits is considered the longest running live TV show. I think they're in the Guinness Book. Hey, Zoe. So yeah, I talk to a lot of people in the chat that want to know what's going on too. I'm just trying to educate we're trying to get the government to hold hearings on Scientology, and we're just not getting the attention that we need. And there's about 50 or 60 of us, and then there's a whole bunch of ex-members who have channels, and then we have channels that support us, like true crime channels, JD Delay, and stuff like that. We count them, and so with all of that together, we have like 200 channels, all working for the same goal, to bring attention to Scientology and try to close them down. They need to lose their tax exempt status because they're abusing children, because they think their children are adults in small bodies because they live multiple lives. And there was even a conversation of, and when you leave, you have to disconnect from all your family and friends when you leave. It's one of the reasons John Travolta is still going. He probably is what we call an under the radar Scientologist that doesn't really believe it anymore, but still goes because his friends are still in. Lisa Marie Presley had loudly left. And now Priscilla Presley, her mother, who got her into it, has recently announced she left. So, yep, one world for sure. That's what my sign says. It's backwards for you guys, though. I keep trying to tilt this, forgetting you're on a gimbal. I gotta work the button. Hey, Army Ranger! Woohoo! I live near Fort Hood. Have you ever been there? No, you're a Ranger. You probably weren't. My husband's retired Army. I am out just, you can say I'm protesting Scientology, against Scientology. During the day, I would be at the org. I haven't been making it there lately. So I started coming out here because they reopened their org across from our university, trying to get our young people inside, trying to get them into Scientology. And we show up there to try to educate the students and the people inside who are also victims, because they're mostly second and third generation who have been indoctrinated since they were children. So they have 2 foundations that will help them escape, get them an apartment, a job, a GED, because they've probably been doing manual labor and out of school since they were 12 or 13. Right on, Grim. So that's what we're out here beating our head against the wall about. Just talking to one person at a time. But it's working because, and even in LA, we have people audit LA, right? Said that right. Okay. Bye, Scooter. Thanks for being here. Go take care of yourself. I got Frotty and Eric, and I don't know if No Face is still here, but I know I'll keep more attention to the chat too. So, yep. So I got now is things backwards on this side and this side? I don't know how that works. Yeah, I know, Grim. I have a lot of people go by and say that, and I'm fine with that. But when I'm over at the org, I'm not like that to the people inside, because they're victims too. They're mostly second and third gen. They've been indoctrinated since they were kids, and they are not allowed to look at the internet. I don't think they're even allowed TV. And if they have a phone, it's nannied to the nth degree. And they're told everybody outside is evil. So I have a sign especially for them with the contact info for the 2 foundations that will help them escape. And we had some people in our community that would yell and scream at them, and it didn't do any good. I don't think there's anybody really left that does that, because almost all of them, because they were aggressive, they got the cops caught on them, and they got where I'm not quite as loud, so they've never really called the cops on me, because I just talk to people. I'm not, oh my God, look at this car. Isn't that beautiful? That car is beautiful. Dirty though. It needs a car wash. Early 90s, my cousin and my brother and myself, oh my gosh, we're almost sucked into Scientology in Phoenix. Oh my God, thank the Lord, Dan. Thank the Lord. Because back then, you didn't have the social media that you have now. And that's why you have second and third gen, because the guy started it in 1950, and before they could really research it, and people got sucked in easily. That's okay. Let's go. Be nice. Don't be rude. My mods will delete your comment the first time, but if you keep being rude, they will put you in timeout. But if you want to know about anything, and in between, we do chat, and I talk to y'all in the chat too. But I get it. Let's go. Yeah, we don't do politics on here, because what I'm here about, I want to be able to talk to everybody of all walks of life, all political persuasions. I don't care about their background. I just want to get the information out to people. And hopefully, because the state capitol building is very close to here, I'm hoping that somebody walking by me that sees my sign might mention it to somebody they know that works in there, or is a representative or whatever. Because they look legitimate, because they have so much freaking money, and the members don't even know. They don't even know that they have $1 billion in the bank, because they're still making the members donate for this and that and the other all the time, trying to build. It's all about making money. And I'm like, you got $1 billion in the bank. You can't chill on that a little bit? Hi, just want to know.
Somebody said you need the expert.
I what?
You need the expert
On. Expert on.
I don't know.
I'm the expert on Scientology.
Oh, Scientology.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm against it. I'm protesting.
You're against it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm protesting Scientology. They opened up across from the university about 2 years ago, and I started driving down and talking to the students. And there's a bunch of us all over the world doing this that are all working together in everywhere that they have one of their orgs. They don't even call them churches. They call them orgs, like short for organization. They don't. Thank you, honey. He's my co-host tonight.
What are you for?
What do you mean?
Like what are you? So you're out here protesting against Scientology,
Right, and educating people and trying to get the word out about them. And mainly the child abuse is what brought me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I do not like Scientology, but
Yeah.
so what are you protesting for?
No, it's mainly just against. I'm just mainly okay. What I'm hoping for, what we're all hoping for, is that we're trying to get the government to hold hearings on Scientology, but we're doing it at grassroots right now. Like they're making inroads in LA where they have a big base. Like they're going to city council meetings all the time, talking about Scientology, educating, because they used to have all of the government in LA and the LAPD in their pocket.
Yeah.
And when they first started this over 2 years ago, they had the LAPD doing their bidding and arresting our people all the time on bogus charges. They knew it was bogus. They knew it was going to get dropped, but they would do it on Friday and make them sit there and punish them. Well, they made such a after 50 years of LAPD being in their pocket, they had to stop working their events where they would pay them triple rate because they looked so corrupt in all the dealings with us, and those people would get out of jail and go right back and protest. And after about a year, now they have to hire private security. So it's small, but we're getting somewhere.
Who pays the guys who come and protest for it though?
Nobody.
Who pays for it?
Volunteer.
But me? Yeah, I don't even have my ad revenue turned on. I do this for the passion, for the kids.
Yeah, there's no money involved.
Yeah. Now there's TikTokers and stuff that are making some money off it, a little bit. But with 1,700 subscribers, I'm not making.
Yo, very nice.
Thank you. All right. Go slow.
Yeah.
You'll make people sick if you go too fast.
Oh, you're right.
Sorry about that, guys. He's trying to be my co-host tonight.
I'm just background.
Yeah, it's Colin. He's trying to help. Yeah. We were placed in separate sound. Oh yeah, yep. That's exactly what they do. But we could see each other, and there was one-on-one with each of us. Yep. Yeah, it's Colin. He's trying to help. He's sitting over here on my chair, hanging out. Which is fine. I'm good with it. It's fine. Well, I told him to be chill with everybody's like, don't mess with the camera. It's too fast. But that's cool. Him sitting here is
I
cool.
really couldn't hear what y'all were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, I gotta put this mic away. It's too close. Yeah, if I have the mic too close, I echo. Yeah.
You also have clip-ons, right?
Yeah. So this is for them. This one's for me. I'm getting cold. I gotta get my gloves out. Where are we at time? 12:30. All right. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna get my gloves out.
How do you wrap it up?
Oh, I'm not done yet.
Okay. I thought you said
I'm just getting my gloves out.
I am starving.
Yes, I do.
I got jumped out here like.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. You want cheese or a snack cake?
You have any cash?
I don't. I meant to get some for you, and I didn't. You want cheese or a snack cake?
Oh, what's the snack cake? I'll take the snack cake.
All right.
Thank you. All right, I appreciate it. I'll be back around.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Oh, let me get my. Oh, I brought gloves. I brought earmuffs. That's his water, not mine. He left his umbrella with me last time, and I forgot to. Gloves. Here we go. My body's not cold, just my hands. Yeah, I didn't realize he was messing with the camera. I wasn't looking at it. I knew he was sitting behind me. But
Oh yeah, blood.
Yeah. Oh, I have to go outside a lot at work. I work in Waco,
Right.
and I've got earmuffs. I got all the stuff. Alrighty. I should put my purse away. I usually don't wear it the whole time. Oh, you know what I can't do? All right. Thanks for watching. Yeah, he is. So if you don't know, let me turn it around and talk to you for a minute. Got my gloves. I have another bigger coat with me too. So the reason I'm cool with Colin, if you go back on my channel early last year, he probably saved me from harm and maybe my life. So what Scientology does is they will pay a homeless person to come after us, and they were doing it a lot back then. Because usually homeless people like Colin, you see the same people in a neighborhood. They have their neighborhood, and this guy I never saw before and never saw him again. And if you go back, it says aggressive guy gets arrested. This is why I have two phones now, because I had to go off of filming to call 911, and I wish I would have been able to film all the crap he was doing. So he came up, and I had, over there is a bench. I have like a fort. I have all my stuff. There's a tree, there's a bench. So I didn't realize what he did till later. He pulled my sign out of my, before I had this nice one, and threw it on the ground. And I walked out and said, leave my sign alone. And he just got really aggressive, was coming at me. Well, Colin showed up and got in between him and I, and the guy backed off. He tried to come around. Colin was in my one spot that was open, leaning on the bench. And the guy tried to come, he circled all the way around me, and Colin kept staying in between him and I. And then you can see at the end of the video, I said, well, I don't know if I should call 911. He said, call 911. So I called 911. After I called 911, as I'm talking to them, this guy was going in and out of businesses and messing with people, and ended up in the middle of the street, major street, blocking traffic. Then ended up across the street on the university wall. So we had the university police show up, the Austin police show up. It took 3 people to handcuff this guy. And so, and he was always cool with us before that. You know, he doesn't like Scientology either. So I had my cane at the time. I need to get a new one. Even though I don't use it anymore, I bring it as a weapon. I leave it, it has a foot and sits right here. Because I don't think the guy expected me to get as irate as I did. You know, he was probably told, hey, this old grandma is out here, you know, go do something. Here's one of them in LA. They asked him what they paid him to mess with him. He said a Big Mac. So I'm really cool with Colin. I do give him money sometimes. I hate giving people like that money because I know what they're going to use it on. But I just gave him some snacks. So, and we're about to make up some blessing bags because both my husband and I are in security, and we work at night. And my facility is 300 feet from, so it's between, I'm getting too specific. There's a lot of homeless people that walk by. And he drives around and sees a lot of homeless people. And he just went through all his winter gear and pulled out a bunch of stuff that doesn't fit anymore. And we're going to get socks. I'm going to get some snacks. And we're going to make some blessing bags to give out because it's going to get cold. It has been cold. It's gotten down to either last weekend or the weekend before in Waco, it got to 23 degrees. And I had to go outside every hour in that. Ooh, it was fun. But I have a really good coat, so anyway. Oh, I'm wearing JD Delay merch. Make pedophiles afraid again. And I made a sign for him because I did a super chat on his channel a couple months ago or so. And he's been on Growing Up in Scientology's channel before. And he was like, Miss Kim, I love what you do. Going against Scientology and the That was pretty cool. I didn't post it. I didn't want to make a big deal about it. What I will do is I'll do a post. I haven't done it yet. And I'll just put a link to the video and the timestamp. Because I don't want to clip his video and use it or anything like that. Where did my water go? There it is. So I told him, in my second chat, I told him I was going to make him a sign. And I made a special sign that's sitting down there that says, Scientology protects pedos, wood chipper at the bottom. And my husband, he got the wood chipper ugly Christmas sweater for a Christmas party. This is the first time I've worn it. Caring is sharing. Yeah. Well, you guys are working hard, Frotty. What's going on? Now, you've got to be at least respectful or not rude. We don't do politics. We don't do religion. And you're not allowed to say derogatory things about people walking by. Other than that, you're welcome here. Hey, Ree. I don't think I said hi. Let me go through my chat. I gotta keep taking my glove off. I know it was, Bear. It was really cool. Hey, Liz. I'm going through people I missed. Renewed. If you're still here, hi. I see a lot of people getting hidden. Well, you guys are working hard tonight. Thank you. I appreciate it. Scientology homes. Yep. SSI recipients and houses them and doesn't. Yep. Yep. Not only that, Renew, we found out because Mike Brown, that's the name of his YouTube channel, had gotten out when I think he was around 20, went in the army. He's been in the army like 20 years. And when you leave Scientology, they will not let you speak to your family members still inside, and they won't tell you where they are. Somehow he found out where his mom was. And when you get too old to work for them and they put you in the house, well, then what they do is they take out credit cards in your name with fraudulent work information because they know you're going to die and they don't have to pay for it. Well, he went in pretty much and stole her, went in and got her out, and she found out she was $160,000 in debt. Well, people are mistakenly thinking that Scientology will sue you, but they don't. Because they will sue you all the way up to the discovery phase, and then they drop it. And if you're like a member who left and knows a lot of information, they'll give you a big fat check just to shut up. Because they don't want to get to discovery phase like they did in Danny Masterson, because they don't want you in their files. And I think I paused the chat by accident. I did. Whoops. Let me get caught up real quick. Oh, my JD hat. Okay. Thanks, CS. This is my first night wearing it. I'm going to wear it every night. Hey, Poodle. Yep. I'd been meaning to order some. And then I got my... So we kind of loosely call ourselves the SPTV. Because an SP is a suppressive person. It's an enemy of Scientology. And this was actually a gift. I bought 2 of these, similar. There's a guy in Clearwater that does the tie-dye. And we call ourselves SPTV. And so that's my first SPTV merch that I got from him. And then I said, I need to order the hat. Because if I ordered the shirt, you can't see it. So, and it's cold, and I didn't want to do my hair tonight, so it worked out well. So, hey, Chris, how are you? Eric. That's a good hat. Maybe I'll have one made. Hey, Zella. How you doing? Woo! Oh, look at these. I like the Christmas lights. Hang on. Because the pedicabs are electric now, they can do all these fun lights and music and stuff. Sometimes their music is a bit loud. So, but yeah, so I got this sign down here. It'll probably be backwards. I don't know how that even works. I don't know why it's backwards, but it is. So I didn't get it laminated yet. I'm going to redo it nicer. Let me show you over here. So I told JD I would make a sign. It says, Scientology protects pedos, wood chipper. Wood chipper. It's falling apart already. I have a place I can get them laminated now. Let's see, Chris. Oh, that's nice. I am protesting against Scientology because of the rampant child abuse. And I talk to people and educate them because they opened up 2 years ago, not far from here, across from our university. And I'm over there a lot. I used to be talking to the students and just trying. And I'm not the only one. There's a whole group of us all over the world right now, of people like me, just standing and talking to people and just educating. And it's been going on for about a little over 2 years. In LA, they're making some inroads against Scientology with the LAPD and the city council and stuff, because that's their second biggest base and Clearwater is their biggest. We have people in Australia, Denmark, UK, Ireland, Canada, a lot of the major cities in the US. What are the countries? Oh, Paris. I know they had somebody in Paris. Wherever they have an org, we're trying to have somebody there. So, derby hat for Christmas. Ah. Have you been trolling the teachers union with that hat? I know, right? Yeah. See, that's people come up to me and I say the reason I'm here is the child abuse in Scientology, because they protect child predators, because they think more Scientology will fix them, and it's a high crime to take a member, a Scientologist, to the authorities. You will get kicked out, not the pedo. Hi Jay, what's up? Hey Scott. Yep. They're worse than it. I wish they were only a joke. We don't do politics here. This is make pedophiles afraid again. I think that crosses any political aisle. Yep. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, I was just a grandma sitting at home 3 years ago that didn't know anything, and my grandkids had moved away, and they were like my whole life. And we're military, so we decided when he retired at Fort Hood, we stayed because our daughter was in high school and we had a house. Well, since my kids moved away, my son's in his 30s, he's finishing up his GI Bill. It's just us. And I had the time when they opened up. And I said, well, I'm going to go down there at least for the grand opening. I was able to go live for the first time. I didn't even know how to do it. Some college boys showed me. I didn't even know how to do it. And I'm still here. Yeah, thank you. Right on. Thank you. Thanks, Ella. Yep. Yeah, see the other side of my sign. Let's see if I can remember how to do this right. There we go. I'm going to make these signs better one of these days. I did these really quick one day. So I have all their crimes, lawsuits ongoing, protecting child predators. It's a lot. I'm going to make it easier to read. It's busy. Elder abuse, forced abortions, forced child marriage, false imprisonment, bank fraud, child abuse. I'm going to change that. Well, I said protect you. I'm going to make that child abuse and child essay. I'm going to take a few of those off. So, thanks, Zella. You're a veteran. My aunt, uncle, and my grandfather were all in the Navy. Oh man, I wish we were in Navy ROTC in high school, my husband and I. And then our commander told us to go in the Army Reserve. They had the better college program. And then neither one of us ended up going to college. And he ended up going active duty, and I just finished my tour. So we told our son, no Army, no Marines. You can do Coast Guard, Navy, or Air Force. Well, he went in the Navy. And he wanted to stay in, but they were actually doing a drawdown in 2012. And they literally kicked him off the boat in the Mediterranean and flew his butt home. He was very sad. He wanted to stay in. But my husband did 21 years. He retired in 2010, and I cannot get this to turn. There we go. It's not sticking when it's cold. That's nice. During the summer, man, I couldn't even get this thing apart. So I try to keep the cult one on my side just because it's not so busy. And then I have the JD Delay sign a different direction. Ryan, I don't. Oh, thanks, Chris. Don't really, wasn't a big deal. It was in the 80s. I enlisted on my 17th birthday, though. My mom signed the papers for me. I did what they call split option. So if you were in the National Guard or the Reserves, I was in the Reserves, you could take basic training between your junior and senior year, go back to school, go to your weekend drills, and then when you graduated, then you went to your AIT, your school for your job. And so I gave up my summer between my junior and senior year, and when I came back, I was different. I wasn't into all the high school stuff. I didn't go to my graduation, but I was just not into it anymore. I grew up. So, no, I could carry, Ryan, if I wanted to. We have open carry here. But because I'm protesting, that's a bad idea. Because in LA, when this all started, they were calling false calls to the LAPD, even though the LAPD knew they were calling false calls. They would say that they had a pew-pew, they had a sharp object, they were doing this. They said they had a BOMB, all this bull crap. There was like 20 calls in like 2 months, just harassing, and they realized it wasn't working because they would get out of jail and come right back. Now they've been able to get a couple people into court and get in trouble for stuff that they did because they went too far, stuff I would never do. I'm what I call a peaceful protester. Well, we had just a small number of people, because when you have a big group, you get all kinds of people involved in your movement, and we had a large group. Fred, I agree, but I'm not going to get into all that. I'm more of what you would call a libertarian.
Yeah, hey, fuck Scientology.
Right on.
Fuck Scientology.
Right
fuck
on.
that shit.
Yep.
Hey, fuck Scientology.
You know they're here, right?
What's that?
You know they're here, right?
They have a department?
Yeah, so 2 years ago, they opened up right across from the university on Guadalupe, and that's when I started coming down to talk to the students.
I drive up Guadalupe all the time.
Yeah, so many people walk by me, look at my sign, and go like this, and go, I didn't even know they were here. Unless you look really high up, you can't even tell they're there.
Do you ever stand like closer to them?
Yeah, I stand on the sidewalk out front. You know what they do when I show up? They close all the blinds in the door.
Yeah, fuckers.
We've seen them on Instagram, like those guys.
Yeah.
So respect though.
Oh, yeah. Right on,
I
thanks.
respect you very much.
Yeah, we're all part of the same of the world now.
Hey, one love, right?
Right.
Love, love.
Save the children. Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've always said that, and people that have been with me for a long time, I drive a 3-hour round trip, parking, dinner, gas, my stuff, and I've gotten to the point I can turn on ad revenue, but I haven't. So the only revenue I get is from memberships, and It's, not a lot. I don't care. There are other, I don't begrudge anybody making money off of this, but, we're retired. I'm working after 15 years of illness, and my check is all extra. So I don't care. And I don't care how many subs I have, as long as I'm getting in front of people and I'm getting the word out, I'm happy. Oh yeah, you're getting notified. So something I learned being a subscriber, when you first subscribe to a channel, it automatically puts you in the middle on what they call personalized notifications. So you won't always get, I literally had to go in and I subscribed to a lot of channels.
She pays people like $3 an hour. Scientology is okay.
Oh no, they get $50 a week for 110 hours.
No, they don't.
Yep.
I watch them on TikTok. They're bullshit.
I don't know what she means. Anyway, I had to go through all of the ones I wanted to get notifications, and you have to set it to all. So if you're not, any channel you're not getting notifications of, that might be why. I also noticed if I'm a member of a channel, I'm definitely getting my notifications. So I've heard that, even when you have it on all, you don't get them. But I've noticed that I think when channels are having problems with notifications, I still get them, I think because I'm a member. I'm a member of quite a few channels. I don't know if I can work the phone with this glove. Hold on, let me find out. Nope. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at turning it on. The reason I didn't at first is a lot of people that watch me are of my age group and are on fixed income and don't have premium, and I didn't want to inundate them with the commercials. But what's funny is a lot of times I got $387 for working. That don't sound right. Awesome Bear, thanks. Hey Alan, I am a little insane. This is not a MAGA hat, y'all. You gotta read it. Jay, hello Jay. Oh, cool. I'm a little crazy. Yeah, I'm a little crazy to be standing out here talking to people. I don't mind. Doesn't bother me what people say. I'm sad. Well, that's sad, Michael. I feel sorry for you. If they're just being annoying, don't worry about deleting their comment. I'll talk to them. Hey, man, don't spam, okay? Yeah, I wouldn't mind it covering my parking. From Salem. Hey, Factor. Yep. So I was telling him, so about 7 weeks ago, I did a super chat because he knows about our movement against Scientology and the child abuse and the pedos. And he's actually been on the channel with one of the ex-members. So he knows about what's going on. And I did a super chat on his channel and said, I'm a peaceful protester, what I'm doing. And I said, being peaceful, people can come up and talk to me. If you're being aggressive and loud, nobody's going to stop and talk to you. And he was like, I just thought, I didn't know if he'd say anything at all. He went, oh my God, Miss Kim, I love what you do. That's so awesome. I was like, thank you. So my second chat, I said, I will make a sign for you. And I have a sign sitting down there that says, Scientology protects pedos. Wood chipper. I watch JD all the time. I like his message. Yep. My husband got the, hey Fabio. Trying to say hi to everybody. Said you had about an hour left. Yep, I'm getting down to the half-hour mark. I start cleaning up at 1:30. My mods are on you if you're being a little bit annoying or you're doing something political or you're being rude. They'll delete your comment. And if you do it again, you get timed out or you get deleted if you're being really rude. If it's vulgar, get rid of them. I don't want it. But I'll talk to anybody. The guinea pig and okay, Big Jack. Am I a guinea pig? Hey Julie, how you doing? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's what I was talking about. So he had gone up there, you know, because he lives in Eugene, and he had gone up there, and he tried to go, the first time he did it, he was trying to talk to them. He was trying to let them have a mic, and they were just so hostile. Okay, Bear. Okay. Hometown hero. Yeah, hey, Dirt. I know, yeah. Well, I wanted to relocate to Eugene years ago. I'd never been to Oregon, but we're military, so we were retiring, and I did a lot of research on weather, earthquakes, and the best place I found was Eugene or Salem, because I knew to stay away from the coast. And now he said they've migrated to Eugene. They're ruining Eugene. No, they don't factor. So it's okay. We're just talking about Portland. It's okay. No, I'm in Austin, Texas right now. It's not really about politics up there. It's just, you know, so what I said was, when he was talking about it and I'd watched it, I said, you know, I'm a peaceful protester. And because of that, people will stop and talk to me. And I've educated so many people. Oh, awesome, Factor. That's awesome. Okay, you don't know. You can delete that one. That's rude. My whole family's military. Oh, Chris, really? Oh my gosh, let him know I made him the sign. That's cool. I want to meet him so bad. Because a religion you can stop going and leave, a cult will not let you leave. We've had people have to escape in trunks of cars, be drugged back from bus stations, ran off the road, put in under guard in a room because they thought they might leave. That's what a cult does. Yeah.
Can I get out?
Yeah.
I want a hug. What is this?
I'm on YouTube. I have started, so they opened up a Scientology org at the university. Yeah, I can move it. Hold on. Yeah, because they don't want to watch me all the time. So we people watch. He likes my, we were just talking about my hat.
Make pedophiles afraid again. Nah, for real.
Have you ever heard of JD Delay? JD Delay. This is his merch. This is what his channel's about.
What's your name?
I'm Miss Kim on YouTube. So Kim.
Miss Kim?
Yeah, Miss Kim.
How many followers you got, Miss Kim?
I have 1,700 subs, and I've got 100. I wasn't even looking.
Ooh,
Look at that. That's a lot for me. Right on. Yeah. So that's what brought me out here against Scientology, because child abuse is rampant in Scientology.
Miss Kim, you got 111 people.
I know, that's awesome. I didn't even realize.
We need to tell them to send us some money.
No, that's okay.
So we can make the pedophiles scared again.
But yeah, his whole channel is that pedos should go in the wood chipper. So that's what I made him, that sign down there. So he's in Oregon, but he's like an ex-con, and he talks about pedos a lot and that they should go in the wood chipper.
That's your husband?
Hey, bro,
No, it's just a channel I watch. This is
married?
Yeah,
Hey,
my husband's retired Army. We live up near the base.
Where is he?
At work.
Right now?
Yeah.
And you downtown 6th Street?
Yeah. I've been doing this I've been going to the org for about 2 years, and I started this in May. Because I started working nights, and I was like, what can I do at 1 a.m? I'm like, We got people going to the strip in Las Vegas doing this too.
Are you from Austin?
No, we're military. The Army brought us here. I'm from Ohio originally, but we've been here for 32 years.
How you like it down here?
Except for the heat, I love everything else.
But you say you from where, Ohio?
Yeah, but we left. God,
It's cold down there?
oh yeah, it's up near Canada, Ohio. Yeah, it was cold, but we left when we were 20.
What is this?
YouTube.
This is, they got live YouTube?
Yeah.
You know that?
I got
I've been all right. Thanks for listening.
Hey, Buddha _ demon. That's my Instagram.
All right, yeah, I let people shout out.
You follow me.
All right.
Okay.
Be nice, critical. Okay, JD Delay, and he's JD Delay on all platforms. I think he does TikTok. He gets banned a lot on TikTok. He's on YouTube, and it's JD Delay. You can find him. Big red beard. You can't miss him. He's very loud. And I'm like, if you don't like loud, just turn down your volume. He's very vocal against pedos. And my husband I got this, and he got the ugly sweater with an angry wood chipper because he thinks all pedos should go in the wood chipper. And that's why I fought. And he was actually, when the Danny Masterson trial was going on, because he was going to prison for drugging and R-ing women, and the church, Scientology covered it up for 20 years. Well, finally, 3 of the victims took him to court, or there was criminal charges, and he's in prison for 30 years to life. Yes, Liz. And I shout him out all the time because he's making a difference. He's worked with Chris Henson, the guy that pretends to be young girls or young boys and gets them on camera. He's worked with Chris Henson. He's from Florida, and he's also gone down to Florida and hung out with Sheriff Grady Judd. If you go to his channel, he did an interview with him, and so he's very active in the anti-pedo realm. He's an ex-convict, and he's very upfront and said that, he takes accountability for what he did, and he's a recovery coach. He goes into prisons and talks with the prisoners about recovery. He does a lot. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. Ian, no, I don't know who that is. I don't know that name. Oh, Cowboy. Which branch do you want to go in? I have thoughts. I'm trying to look back on the. Yeah, he's a really good guy. Yes, vigilantism. Yes, I agree, Fred. Yes, Marion, that's my point. That's why I do this. I need to get back over to the org, talking to the students like I used to do. I used to go 3 times a week just over there and talk to students, just to keep them from going inside with JD Delay, and I'm friends with. I'll check him out, Ian Vick. Okay, I'll check him out. We don't do politics on here because being anti-pedo crosses all lines, so we don't worry about that. Anybody that wants to support me, I don't care. So that's why we don't talk about politics. I know people think this is a MAGA hat, but he did, it doesn't say that with the glasses. Oh, I think I know who you mean. Has he been on JD Delay talking? I think I know who you mean. I might even be subbed to him. Let me look. Hey, Street, we don't do politics here. They'll delete your comment, but you can stay. We're here about the child abuse in Scientology and just educating the public. Let me check my phone. I got my other phone with me too. Ian. Actually, no, I don't know him. Ah, let's see what he does. Oh, okay, prison, and you know what? I'm gonna see what he's about. All right. Pedophiles need to be afraid. I know it's backwards for you guys, right? Is there a way I can fix that? Okay. Hey, Marlene. Yep. Maybe flip the screen. Oh, so I'd have to be on the other side. I get it. All right. So can you guys see my sign over there? Oh, I know who the Alaskan Avenger is, for sure. So can you guys read that normal? Hey, Vilma. How are you? Okay. I get it. Hey, Sally. How y'all doing? Yeah, I can read backwards too. The sign is normal. I get it. Okay, so when I'm on this side, everything's backwards. Got it. Oh, from France? Oh my gosh. We had some people when they reopened their IDO.org there in Paris. They did everything they could to keep the protesters from being near it. They had put up construction barriers and everything, but we still had a couple, I think a handful made it there to protest the Paris opening of the Church of Scientology there. Yeah, I've been hearing about that street. There's something going on there. I don't know what. No, I'm just out here educating against Scientology and the crimes in Scientology because they opened up across from our university here a couple years ago. I know, Marcos. I agree with that. There should be a way. I mean, I can stand over there, but then I can't see the chat or anything. I know. Yeah, I've been hearing all kinds of weird stuff. I'm waiting to see how that pans out, Street. It's at least weird. I don't know everything, but it seems weird. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I gotta check the time, guys. I gotta get out of here soon. Oh, no, I got 15 minutes. So I start packing up at 1:30 because the bars start to close, and if I'm out here any later, it is a ghost town, and it's kind of creepy. But I stay live while I'm walking to my car because it's nice. Make sure I stay safe. Man, it is getting dead out here tonight. I think it's because it's cold. Yeah, last weekend last time I was here, it was warmer, and there was a lot more people. Yeah, we know kind of what's going on there, and what we know they do is, oh wow, it's 8:15. Cool. Well, I'm glad to have you from France. That's cool. What we know they do is they will pay homeless people to come after us, which I did have happen. It happened a little bit more in LA and those type of places. I only had it happen a couple times. There's a guy here that I've had to deal with twice that I don't think is from Scientology. I think he's just an a-hole that comes up and gets aggressive with me because he's on camera. Hey, Cinderella, what's up? Green Bay. I like Green Bay Packers, even though I've never lived there. I haven't been following football the last couple years, though. I don't have streaming TV. It's hard to watch. But awesome. And there is nobody on. Usually where people watching, there's like nobody. I was kind of curious to see what it was going to be like here when it's cold, because I started in May. Defender of ants. He is in court with he has an ankle monitor, and there's a good chance he might go to jail. I don't know. I haven't paid much attention, but he got. There you go, frothy nose. Thanks. Really? I'm not from Texas, but we've been here for 32 years. The Army brought us here. Bring back. Okay, Fred. Yes. And the way that they do it, not here. Austin PD is not in their pocket. But because they've been in LA, Hollywood especially, is like their second biggest base. And their biggest base is Clearwater, Florida. And they have given millions to the LAPD groups, and they would get the LAPD to work their events for security and pay them triple rate. So they would literally double their paychecks. So when this started on Hollywood Boulevard, they were doing Scientology's bidding on 10 or 15 different cameras sometimes. And so after probably about not quite a whole year of that, about a year of them being on camera looking as corrupt as AF, now this is where we've made a dent. Now they don't work their events anymore. They have to hire private security because they look so bad. And they would arrest our protesters on Friday, knowing there was 5 cameras that showed that person didn't do anything wrong, and knowing that on Monday the charges would get dropped just to punish them for Scientology. And we had all that shit on camera. So it's a dent. But I mean, after them being around since 1950, it's the first time we've ever gotten, a change. Yeah. Yeah, Philip, that's exactly it. They have way too much money. Way too much money. And so they look legit, and they give to politicians' campaigns. And so it's going to be an uphill battle to get, especially Florida. It's going to be an uphill battle trying to get our politicians to listen. So, but we've got people in LA working their butts off, calling in or going into all the city council meetings, going to the commissioner meetings. And when Danny Masterson's trial happened, they got hard drives, bunch of hard drives during that court. I don't know what to say. Anyway, they were able to FOIA those hard drives and got up in front of the commissioners and read stuff about child abuse and child SA and Scientology to them, and were able to get some lawyers involved and people in the city involved. Audit LA, yes. She is working her butt off. And hey, Mama Squirrel. So they've been able to make changes there, just, being consistent and going and going and going and going and calling. And that's okay, Mama Squirrel. I'm about to leave here soon. But yeah, so luckily, Austin is weird. I will tell you this, Ismail, hope I'm saying that right. I don't live in Austin. It takes me about an hour and a half to get here. About 75 miles, I think. Austin is like its own little country in the middle of Texas. It is not like the rest of Texas. So, you don't hear accents here or nothing, because everybody's from somewhere else just about. Now, and funny enough, I've been here 32 years. I don't have an accent. Yeah, I know you have. Mom Squirrel's been calling in too to the meetings. Oh, really? Yeah, this is Austin, Texas. I'm on 6th Street, which is considered the live music capital of the world because it's bar, all full of live bands playing. And then we have a festival, a music festival and then we have a music festival in March, and then there's other music venues all over the world where the big ones go, like Willie Nelson, just all kinds of those kind of people. But Ishmael, okay. Okay, cool. I hope I said that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I took Spanish in high school, but I forgot all of it. Hey, Georgia. Oh, my goodness. Australia's in the house. Whenever I say we're worldwide and we have people all over, I always mention Australia because we got a few people there protesting against Scientology. And yeah, oh, it's getting chilly, y'all. I know it's supposed to get to 52. I wonder what the temperature is right now. Man, I love these new mics. I bought 3 new sets. 2 really cheap ones. And then these. Because I dropped the piece that goes on the phone of my first set and it just won't connect. Manny, we think we are. We think we are. Yep, it's 52. We were just talking about the changes they've made in LA alone. Just doing it. It's an uphill battle, I will attest. All right, it's 52. Feels like 47. Well, here in Texas, when it gets below 50, we cry. I'm from Ohio, but I've been gone so long, I can't handle the winters anymore. Woo, it's chilly. Oh, 26. Oh my gosh. Now, one weekend, because I work at night and I have to go outside every hour and walk around the block and stuff, it was 23. I thought, but I had a really warm coat and everything. Yeah. 50 here, basically summer. Nope. I know for you guys it is. They were denied a permit for today. Who was denied? Us or them? I don't know what it's in Celsius either. I'm in Nebraska. Yeah. Woo! 75 miles. Yeah, I got scared. It got windy. I have sandbags for this sign because it's like a sail. But it finally went away. Thank goodness. Oh, sign. Oh, see? Awesome. That means something. It's not big, but it's something. And I knew when I started this, it was going to be, a grassroots uphill battle. I just wish we could get somebody besides the Tampa Bay Times to do an article on the movement itself and what we're doing. And that we have all these channels working together against Scientology. And that's a story to me. 52 Celsius. Yeah, I know. It's really hot. I know. They get fewer and fewer permits. That's awesome. See? I think that's a big deal. Because that city's been in their pocket for 70 years. 50 years at least. Well, not the problem of the world, but it's the problem that I'm taking care of, that I'm part of. We got a couple other people in here that protest or do shows or have channels. And, everything starts small. How many times have people done what we're doing and has made a difference? How many decades did they fight the Catholic Church for them to finally get in trouble? So we just got it. I knew when I make a commitment, I make a commitment. Like on my 30th birthday, I jumped out of a plane. I didn't do tandem. I did accelerated free fall, where I took the 5 hours of classes. And then when we went out, I went out, but I did everything. And 2 instructors jumped with me. And then I pulled the chute and I had to guide it down and land. And my instructor, because I was in the very back, everybody else was walking towards the door. I guess I hesitated. I didn't realize I did. And he thought I wasn't going to jump. And I said, what he didn't understand is I had already committed. I said, I am not coming down in that plane. I did all of this. I am not coming down in that plane. So, yeah, another guy said it best that, yeah, it's on VHS tape because I also paid for the cameraman. So I got me in the air a little bit. But then he didn't end up landing near me when I landed. So I didn't get my landing on film. All right, Peter. I agree with you that that's all bad, but we don't do that. I only have the bandwidth for one thing. And if you want to take care of that, and I hope there are people doing what we're doing against that, I really do. Now, I don't know how to just delete a comment. I didn't mean to hide him. Sorry about that. I just wanted to delete the comment. Only because I just don't have the band. Like, I've had people come up a lot and say, well, there's child abuse here, there's child abuse there, there's child abuse here. Thank you, Fraudy. I have only the bandwidth for Scientology. That's my passion. And if that's your passion, feel free. Yeah, we're Central Time. Feel free to do something about it. I mean, I agree. I mean, that is disgusting. We've had a lot of people delve into that. Mainly no, because they want to be in control so much that they wouldn't want to have other groups be involved. Now, they have recently, I don't know if it's been 10 years or 5 years. Oh, what does your sign freaking say? All right, hold on. Scientology is a cult, ask me why, and it starts some very good conversations. Oh, thanks, Roddy. I gotta watch my time. I gotta start packing at 1:30. Yeah, in a minute, I'm gonna start packing up. Yeah, it starts a lot of good, and on the other side is all their crimes. But yeah, I mean, what's going on over in the UK is disgusting. What's going on in Europe, period, is disgusting. Anything that involves hurting children is disgusting. Yeah. Oh, they are the aliens. But here's the thing. Yep. Over there if you want to say hi.
Yo, what's up?
Say hi.
How many people are on?
71. That's pretty good for me.
What's up, y'all? Hey, what part y'all at?
No need to ask why it is. Yeah, Marshall.
Come find me.
Freemason spinoff.
You know
Yeah.
what street we on?
We're on San Jacinto. San Jacinto and 6.
Hey, we're on San Jacinto. Can you come pick me up?
Yeah, I know. All right, my legs are kind of stuck. Oh, my knees are stuck.
Alright.
They did.
Anyways, wait, what street are we on?
San Jacinto.
Alright, what's up, San Jacinto? Fuck Scientology. Fuck Trump.
I had
fuck
heard.
Israel. Fuck Israel on my soul.
We don't do politics. We only do the Scientology stuff here.
Oh, okay. Fuck
Yeah.
Scientology. You all know
All right,
what's up.
thanks.
Hey, it's great to meet you.
I watch Sky News Australia. Oh, nice to meet you too.
Can I get your Instagram? I'd love to watch.
I am on YouTube only right now. Miss Kim SP, and it's a Texas symbol when you look it up.
I do journalism, so I'd love to get.
That would be awesome. That's what we're trying to do, is get the word out to anybody. Yeah, I'd be all for that. All right. Have a good weekend. Yeah, we don't do. You're fine. Just any political statements they delete for me. Well, because that's not what I'm about. I'm here about Scientology, and I only have the bandwidth for that. We don't do politics because what I'm talking about should cross all political spectrums. I'm here about the child abuse in Scientology, and I don't want to alienate any group that wants to be a part of that. Anyway, I got to start packing up. I'll check the chat here periodically. Oh, my legs. Oh, I brought a chair, but Colin was sitting in it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, all right. Let's see. Let's move this. Oh, the other mic is down here. That probably didn't sound good. Let me turn that off. Hang on. Let me turn this other mic off. There we go. There we go. It's off. Okay. Oh, come on. You were loose a minute ago. Ah! Come on. You are kidding me right now. What changed? It was coming off just fine. Must have got too cold. Aha, there we go. Woo! It scared me for a minute. This poor sign has had it. I gotta make new signs. This one got ripped. All right, there we go. Get JD's sign put away. It's a little worse for wear too. I'm gonna make a better sign. I should put JD Delay at the bottom. He's a fun channel to watch sometimes. And he does a lot of activism. I haven't seen any of the stuff that he did with Chris Henson yet. Checking the chat. Thanks, Fraudy. Thank you so much. Okay, Jamie. Hi, how are you? Oh, God, that guy was freaky. Oh, hey, Marlene. Thank you. Thanks, Liz. Yeah, they do. I call it the slave labor force, Liz. Or who said that? Ismail. Ismail said that. I know. Well, 3 years ago. Yeah. Say hi. You can say hi.
Can I say hi? Hey, what's up? My name's John. I'm with this beautiful lady, Sonia, over here. She's out behind the camera. We're celebrating our first time seeing each other in over a year.
All right. Y'all have a good weekend. All right. I got to find the other. Before I get the big one, I got to find the bottom of. Trying to do stuff with gloves is a pain. I'm not doing that no more. Where is... I knew I should have brought a flashlight, and I didn't. Oh, there's a piece that goes on the bottom of my gimbal. that makes it long. I don't have to have it. Oh, there it is. Ha ha ha. I tend to just throw things in here and then I lose it. I get it back together when I'm getting in the car. Okay. Yeah, oh, I don't know who that guy was normal for, Austin. It could have been anybody you're talking about. Oh, Jamie, the thing is, I tell people this. I only have the bandwidth for one thing, and there's so many. I don't try to do any type of politics or anything like that because I have different people in my chat. And no, we're in Austin on 6th Street, which does look very much like I've found. All right, so I'm moving the gimbal off the tripod. And I just don't have the brain bandwidth and time to do more than one thing. There's so much evil in the world and so much. The child abuse is what brought me to this. And I would love to be able to speak up for a lot of people. But I've only got this one. Hang on just a second. Ugh. Alrighty.
Where are you at? Show me where you are.
Somebody's looking for somebody. Yeah, the problem I got lost so many times recently because God, everything looks the same, especially down by where I park. The tall buildings, they all look the same. I was getting lost, but now I know. I'm pretty good at where everything is now. I never did even sit down on this chair. This thing is heavy as AF. I need to get a cushion for it. It hurts my behind. Let's see. Ooh, Jackson 5 is playing. One more time. Baby, baby, one more time. I should stop singing. There we go. I think we're all good now. Oh. Okay. If y'all want to hang out with me till I get to my car, I appreciate anybody that sticks around. Make sure I'm okay. I'm at San Jacinto and 6th right now. I need an assistant. I had one earlier. Colin was trying to help. I didn't mind him sitting there though, kind of watching my back. Good night. Yeah, Liz. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I mean, I like our community. Our community, because we all agree on one thing, and that's saving the kids in Scientology. And then saving the adults in Scientology and the elderly in Scientology. And I think we can all agree on that. And that's why we don't go off in the weeds of other things. I've had a lot of people go, well, what about this? Well, what about this? I'm like, if you want to go protest that and this and the other, feel free. But I honestly only have the time. I mean, think about it. On top of my channel, I want to watch everybody else's channel. and keep abreast of what's going on, I literally don't have that much time for anything else. I mean, I do watch about these things. You know, I try to keep myself informed. So it's Christmas Thursday or Friday? I can't remember. Working, helping me. Yeah. You could say you're a volunteer. That's how they're getting people in Scientology, religious volunteers. I can see you, Mama's girl. Might have been an accident. I've done that. Hey, Marion. It's Thursday. My husband works Thursday and Friday nights. So I didn't even decorate this year. It's just us. This was the first time he didn't have to work. Oh wait, Thursday is Christmas. Oh, so he's off Christmas Eve. So we already bought our Christmas present. It arrives tomorrow. Hi.
What you got going on right here?
I set up and I protest against Scientology and inform people because they opened up near our university.
Scientology?
Yeah.
What is that?
They call themselves a religion, but they're not. It's a cult.
Okay.
And once you're in, you can't leave. And they have a slave labor force called Sea Org that works 110 hours a week, 365 days a year for $50 a week.
Hey.
And they get away with it.
Okay. Hey, that's all I had to hear.
Well, if you're back, I'm here Friday nights over there on the corner. I'll let you know.
Every week. But I know that you're doing the God's work, baby.
Thanks.
Because one thing I know is that ain't nobody got to pay. Even when you go to church, the times of our person, you know what I'm saying? Here and there, right?
They sign a contract. They have to work for them till they die.
You know you're on the right path.
All right, thanks. That was nice. Hang on, I'm just checking the chat real quick. Wednesday is Christmas Eve. Okay, yeah, he doesn't have to work Christmas Eve. I thought. White shirt. Oh, yeah, Rusty, I know. The RPF, I'm surprised they made any money at all. The way they treat them. Yeah. Near Friends Bar? I don't know Friends Bar. I know right around the corner from me, a couple doors down, is Joe Rogan's comedy club, the Mothership. Somebody said I should set up over there, but I wouldn't want to bother his club with that. That's why I kind of stay on a corner. I don't want to be bugging somebody's business. Oh, my feet are cold. Oh, I didn't realize it till I started walking. Oh, my toes are cold. They'll warm up in a minute. I don't have that far to walk. Oh, I got a decent parking space this time. We are in Austin, Texas, and I just left 6th Street. I'm still on it, but down here they don't have as many. So it's blocks of small bars where live bands play. So we're considered the live music capital of the world. Live bands come here and I think it's called Breaking Their Chops. Am I saying that right? I think I got that wrong. Blues band there. Yeah. Yep. We have 2 seasons, summer and winter. There's like nothing in between. And it will literally, one night, a few weeks ago, I worked 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. 2 nights, Saturday and Sunday night in security. And I'm by myself the whole time at a facility. I walk 20,000 steps a night. Whew. Anyway, when I went to work, it was 75. When I left work, it was 51. $48 a month. Hi, Jay. Let's see. We're working 15, 16 hours days. Yep. Whew. My toesies are cold. I'm in Skechers tennis shoes. Nothing. I'm wearing sweatpants though. I was prepared for that. But I should have thicker socks on. We should be. I can show you because I tell you guys how close we are to our state capitol building. This is Congress Ave. Which way is it? I can never remember if it's left or right. Hold on. It's right. All right. So that's our Capitol building at the end of this street. Right there. And you'll see it as we pass by. Warm Christmas in Texas. Yeah, not gonna be too bad. Hey, sir, uncle. Yeah, we have some of our protesters on Hollywood Boulevard, and that's kind of where all this got started. Hey, Rory, where are you at? It's cold. See, I'm from Ohio, but we've been gone since we were 20, and we went to California, and then we were here. Yeah, look at our beautiful Capitol building. See? So that's one of the reasons. Hey, Kentucky, Nebraska. It's 5 in northern New York by Canada. Oh, shit. I almost face planted. Oh, I wasn't watching. Oh, that hurt my foot. Oh, I had to drive. Oh, Dallas. Wait. Who said that? I'm from Dallas. We're in Austin. My son's up in Dallas going to school right now. So, fun fact. Oh, wow. Oh, I should be walking. Oh, my foot hurts. I wasn't on the ramp. I hit the edge of the, oh, that hurt. Got 100 people in here, you guys. Thank you for hanging out while I walk, because I can't carry when I'm protesting because they have tried to call the police on us protesters. Scientology did, saying they had things, and I don't want them to get away with it. Yeah, I did. I used the superpowers on me. It's going to be 60 in Ohio? No. We'll be talking to family up there on Christmas. Wow, that is weird. They said because we were warm so late in the year. I mean, it was ridiculous. The forecasters said that we're going to have another really horrible winter like Snowmageddon. Yeah, Texas, I don't know. Austin. What I like about Austin, because I live, well, from the city limits, I'm probably about an hour. But to get downtown, it's about an hour and a half. A little more than an hour. Anyway, what was I saying? We used to come, I loved coming down here because we didn't have, where we lived, we didn't have anything. Now we do. It boomed. We used to come down here to shop and eat and stuff. And I like that they're very environmental. They love their green spaces. If you notice, there are trees everywhere. They will build around them. And the Texas Hill Country is Austin. And I used to come down here and just drive around neighborhoods and stuff, up and down hills and stuff. I usually do Friday nights in Austin at 11 Central Time. And then I'm trying to get back to the org during the day to talk to students like I used to do last summer. And well, the first year, I was doing 3 times a week at the org, but I started working after 15 years. But I work at night. My husband works at night. I'm asleep during the day. It's really hard for me to get down here. That's why I'm doing this. Hey, Sean. Carrollton. Oh, Denton. My son's going to school near Irving. Oh, awesome. Oh, thanks, Roddy. Appreciate it. Hey, Justice. Snowmageddon. Oh my gosh, we didn't go out of power, thank God. Our water pipes burst in 3 places though, because we don't have a slab foundation. Our pipes. I thought they were in. I can't talk. It's my fibro. Sometimes that happens. If I get a little excited or stressed. Here's my poor truck. Yes, I did that to my truck all by myself. Oh, that was a good spot. Right up front. Alrighty. I'm going to let y'all go here. What I normally do is I call my husband at work, and he hangs out with me while I pack up. You guys don't want to watch me pack up. But, oh, okay, Liz. Yeah, you understand. Oh, let me turn it around. It's just us. I appreciate it. Man, I have 118 people keeping me safe on my way to my truck. I appreciate that. I'm out Friday nights on 6th Street at 11 p.m. Central if you want to come say hi. And then I'm trying to get back to the org during the days around 2, 3 in the afternoon like I used to. It's just really hard. Yeah, if I don't, I know I'll see you guys in the chat. Oh, yeah, I remember Marcos, you've been sub, yeah. Check your notifications. We were talking about this earlier. Sometimes when you sub to a channel, it puts you on personalized notifications. You have to actually go in yourself and put it to all. I had to do that to all my channels when I figured it out a while back. And then if you do that and you're still not getting them, then it's just YouTube. But yeah, happy holidays to everybody. Don't know for sure if I'll be out next week with Christmas, but I probably will because my husband's at work when I'm here. So he doesn't work in security. You don't get those kind of days off, especially when you work by yourself. Bye, Eric. Bye, everyone. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, whatever you like. It was fun tonight. Bye. Hey, Scott. Oh, cool, Scott. That's awesome. My son's a Navy vet. Oh, wow. 9 a.m. Yeah, I know. To all, good night. All right. Good night.